Nah, it's just more so that I just like the combination more so.
Dawand, have you made a decision about whether you're going to be back here next year?
Not yet. I'm just still weighing all the options, honestly.
What are kind of maybe some of the things you're thinking about in terms of making that decision?
I would just say just where did I finish up at, and just looking at film and just seeing like what could I correct and seeing if it is good enough to go to the NFL or if I need to come back and more so in that aspect.
What ways do you feel like you've gotten better over the course of the year, and maybe what are some of the things you look at that you can still do better?
I feel like I got better at run blocking and then just saying I would say like stand vertical, but I would say I still need to work on that, and that's kind of like part of the aspect of like just the 50-50 part of it, and so that's what I would just say I need to come back and work on, or I improved in this season.
Are you playing in the Rose Bowl regardless, though?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've seen it on TV, and I for sure can't miss this opportunity.
What does it mean to you to finish this season with a win and to bounce back from that loss to Michigan?
It means a lot just knowing just like basically like the whole nation is counting on us for Buckeye fans just counting us to go out with the dub. Honestly,
How much do you think about the Michigan game and how you all performed and who you think will win?
I mean it's out there, and of course like we watched this film the other day, and I mean Tim North is a great team, and we were too, but they were just better that day for sure.
Do you feel like you specifically learned anything going up against their defensive end?
For sure, it taught me a lot. Just said just gotta be prepared more. I feel like, and so I I was in a horrible like place, just knowing that it's loud, and I just feel like I didn't react to it well.
How much did it affect you guys that CJ lost his voice and you couldn't hear him? You're at the end of the line, obviously. Was that a factor?
At that point, I just started looking at the ball because I just couldn't hear him. So I'm just getting off on the ball and just looking at it. I mean, you can see me on film. I'm just really just looking to the ball because at that point, it was no point in even listening to his count.
Were you one of the guys that was sick for the game?
Me? Oh no.
I know you did have to come out of that game early. Were you injured, and are you good now?
I mean, I got banged up, but I should be straight for the Rose Bowl.
Dawand, I mean, when you hear people question the toughness and physicality of his team, does that give extra motivation to want to make a statement about that against Utah?
For sure, just because that's what this program is built on, and for people to question it and just questioning how tough we are, and knowing that's like our motto every day and what we live by. I mean, we for sure have been coming a little bit harder during practice. I feel like.
Hey, Dewan. Obviously, this program is, you can bring in like 5 and 4 star, offensive linemen and things like that, but it's also known for being able to develop guys, no matter where they're ranked and things like that. I'm curious about how that's affected you, how you've seen that in your own personal development, kind of that growth process that you've seen, whether it's with whether it's with yourself, like these guys that are kind of built up.
It's kind of cool, and I just refer back to what Joel Embiid says all the time: trust the process. And I feel like I've been doing that my whole life, whether it's been high school or colleges. And I think just people just like me in there and other so along the line, it's worked out for them as long as you just trust the process.
And this may be an overly simple question, but what is the difference of playing high school offensive line between college
I
offensive
would
line?
I would just say these are just grown men, like they have something else to go prove. Just coming as a freshman, you just working on what you need to working on school. It's a lot going on, but the guys that you're going against is just like they're already established. Like some of these dudes got families. It's like who you going against. Like we all working for a paycheck, and I feel like that's like the total difference between high school and college.
And obviously, you guys just brought in a couple of guys from the 2022 class that may not be the highest ranked guys on the line and things like that. What advice do you have in terms of their development and them coming into what you've known for the past however many years you've been here?
I'll just say, since my 3 years, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be tough, but you just always gotta stay through it and just grind it out. Just like it's gonna be tough winters, it's gonna be tough summers. You're gonna be thinking about just not even waking up and just coming back some days. But I feel like no matter what, you got God and you got yourself and you just got your family. Like they'll take care of the rest.
Dawand, what are maybe some of the guys that you've seen over the course of this year that aren't playing yet on the offensive line, but that you've seen really grow in practice?
I would say Zen, Donovan, You know, those are the two guys I probably watch the most just because like I'm a tackle guy. But I mean, they're just really versatile. I would say. Zen, he's just been getting better with his pass blocking, I would say. And Donovan, he just kind of remind me of Jamarco. He can do it all. Like really, he can play guard, tackle. I mean, he's really probably like the most versatile between him and Knock and Josh Fryer. They're probably the most versatile people on the line.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I understood what you were saying about the Michigan game. Did you feel? You said you feel like you needed to prepare better, something like that. Is that talking mentally?
I would say mentally and physically. I feel like we kind of overlooked them, in my opinion. But I would just say we overlooked just a couple players. To me, that's just me in my opinion. But besides that, I feel like the coaches prepared us enough to the point we should have went out and executed.
You guys, I mean, you guys, second last game of the year against Michigan State, it just seemed like you guys were firing on all cylinders. Everything was great, and then obviously weren't able to do that against Michigan. Like, was there something different about that Michigan week that maybe you guys weren't able to quite deliver at the same level as the week before?
Nah, I wouldn't. I didn't feel it like at all. I feel like we went out there and practiced, and we all we all went out there and did what we were supposed to do. I just feel like we just didn't come out with the win, in my opinion.
You said you're doing a self-evaluation right now as far as it relates to next year. How does the Michigan game play into that? The experience you individually had in that game. Does it give you any more pause that whether or not you might be ready for that next level?
I mean, it does just knowing that I went against like NFL talent. Just saying like I mean I had a bad game, but also at the same time I looked at some of the clips like it wasn't that bad. But I know for sure like that plays into a role and just going into next year. But I don't even try to just pay attention to that. I just try to just break it down and just sit with Coach Day and just listen to what he's telling me.
Well, yeah, you just touched on it. I mean, you could have a really good game going and have three or four bad plays, and it erases things, right?
Yeah.
How tough is that to deal with? I guess from a consistency standpoint, but just the intensity that you have to have literally every down.
That's what I'm saying. You have to just be mentally locked in. I feel like that was just on my part. And I feel like that's what plays into the factor of just coming back, just knowing that is he disciplined, and I mean I feel like I am disciplined, and just knowing that was like my first year starting, but I can't put that into play because I know that I was ready for the situation. I just feel like I put it on myself that I execute. In my opinion, I put the game on me. Like I just flat out say it all the time. People try to tell me, but nah, I put the game on me for sure.
Well, I'm sorry if you had asked this already, but have you made a decision as far as next year?
Oh no, nothing yet.
I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever played Santa Claus? Would you be a good Santa Claus if you played Santa Claus? You're that big guy. You seem pretty jolly.
If I play Santa Claus, I don't know. I would have to be in the mood for it. I don't know. I'll be iffy on Christmas. It's just hit or miss for me.
It is? Why is that?
Yeah. I don't know. I just wasn't a big Christmas guy. I'm more of a summer person. I don't even be caring about. It's too cold. I worry about bundling up than anything.
But, so, do you remember any kind of great gift you got for Christmas that stands out? Any kind of great moments you had during that time? Or
I ain't got a
kind
lot.
of tainted you on it? Or,
I got a 4-wheeler one time for like a mini 4-wheeler for Christmas. That's probably one of my best gifts, honestly.
what did you look like on a mini four-wheel?
I was probably like 7, so I probably could fit it at the time.
Oh, okay. Hey, Dwayne, you touched on a minute ago. Offensive line, like I said a while ago, you can have these great plays and then just have one that just everybody sees, right? I mean, and like you're taking it on your shoulders, et cetera. But how hard is it to, like cornerback mentality? You know, forget about that last play, move on to the next one. But that last play might be the play of the game, right? I mean,
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like I mean that's every down. Honestly, I put it in more so I expect. I just have to forget it. So say if my hands get swiped, and I mean it is what it is. I mean I just have to line up again and do it again. But I just go back to my training and just say like, what did I do wrong on this play in my head at the same time while I'm going to the next play? What did I do wrong? And how can I fix it on the go? I mean it's like kind of coaching yourself in your head while you're playing.
yeah. You know, it seemed like teams a lot this year that were fairly effective against you guys just line guys up way out wide, just had to take a running charge either around or try to. Did you see that more and more as the season went on?
I would say so. I saw a lot of these teams play wide nines, and I know why they do it, so they can get guys to pop out. And I mean, of course, it works sometimes. And I mean, it worked against me, as y'all seen, but that's where we go back to the study board and get better and just see like what do we go wrong at, and like I mean, I can go to. I can see it all in my head. The sack I gave, I overset him, and I was just trying to run him down line, just like we normally do. I mean, I feel like I just gave him too much room. I just try to take his space away, but it just didn't work out how I planned it.
Yeah, sometimes it has to be technique on the fly, right?
Yeah,
I mean, literally.
I feel.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
How much farther, I mean, when you look back, I mean, how far you've come this year as a regular player and stuff, is it kind of amazing that you have all this catalog in your head that you didn't have a year ago?
Yeah, so I just had to put myself on a different pedestal just from everybody else, just knowing that like everybody's counting on you and everybody's looking up to you, or like basically everybody's depending on you. So it's up to you just to go do it. I feel like that's how I had to put it this season.
Juan, we've asked a lot of questions this offseason about CJ Stroud, and for you to protect for him in his first year as a starter, is there one thing about CJ's work ethic that really impressed you over the course of the season for him to play the way he did?
He's always in the film room. I say like for more so like me, I have to see stuff on the field, like so that's how I get it. Like because of course I play basketball, so like you have to go through plays and run plays, and so like the more repetition I get it, that's just how the way I get it. But I be in the film room, but not as quite as I would say as him. But I would say I just love his work ethic and just seeing him here, just knowing like he knows the blitz before I even do. But I mean, I know the blitz before he do, and so like we'll argue about who what call this and what's that. So like, it goes hand in hand. I love it.
I asked Travion the same question about what he liked about CJ's work ethic, but his honest answer was he does his Dougie in the huddle. I'm curious if you can provide any insight if you've seen CJ and his personality on the field.
If you see sometimes with me and him on film, like we'll celebrate, and that's like us and our personality, like between me and him. I mean, that's what I would say probably like between me and him. That's our personality.
Another guy I wanted to ask you about is Jackson Smith and Jigba. For him to emerge the way he did, when you're down there blocking in the trenches and he goes down and makes a deep ball catch down the field, what do you make of Jackson and the way he's really emerged this year?
I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming sometime soon. And Jackson's like one of my best friends so, on the team. So seeing him do that is I'm most definitely happy for him. Like I'm 6'8", and so like I'll be low, and I just see a little these little numbers come out of nowhere and just see him in the end zone. And I'm just so happy for him, honestly.
What's he like? I mean, how would you describe him as somebody who's never met him?
I would just say he's funny. He's funny, goofy, and then he's just a real dude. He's always there for me, no matter what. I would just say so.
Can you tell he's from Texas? Is there anything about him stand out that he's from Texas?
Nah, you would think he was from like Cali or something. Like the way he is, he gets on my nerves. He's a pretty boy, but he's probably tough as he can get. I would say.
But Dawand, when you look at these
Last
guys
question
on
for
video,
Dawand.
I think you've heard the scuttlebutt, not scuttlebutt, the wording that you guys got out physical at Michigan, and their offensive coordinator made comments about the Ohio State defense and stuff like that. But do y'all feel like you have a point to prove, and this is the kind of team, the kind of challenge you want? I mean, they're a physical team, they're 12th in the nation, total defense, etc. What's this going to be all about? I guess.
No, Utah's a great team for sure, but it's gonna be a great game between us. I would say so. Thank y'all. Man. Yes, sir.